everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you again for joining me. Today we have something new from Target. We have the Makeup Obsession makeup. Now this has been very popular. Every time I go to a Target, there's like not a lot of stuff left over. There's like, this only had one item. There's only two of like the powder, and you know, everybody seems to be buying this. So I was really curious. So I picked up whatever I could from the Target. I actually went to a different one and they didn't have much, so decided to pick it up. I have been playing with it for a few days, and anyway, let's jump into this video. This is an affordable brand, and these are some of the things that I picked up. So we have the Mega Conceal Longwear Concealer with caffeine. This is anti-crease, and it's nice because it is vegan and cruelty free. Then we have the Be in Love With palette, the Belle Jordan palette. I also grabbed the blush, and they do have bronzers, but I didn't see them there. This is the only thing they have left. So this is Isn't It Peachy? And then this got a little warped. I left it in the car for about an hour, and this is how hot it is in Florida. So this is the Matte Fix, it says like white. This is the Matte Fix Mattifying Fixing Spray. And then I also grabbed the Pure Bake Transparent Baking Powder, and I think that is it. Okay, so I am wearing my foundation and my brows are ready. I am wearing my Pure Selfie Foundation that you know I really love. Now we're gonna go ahead and go in with the concealer. It is like a really chubby concealer, and it has like a really huge applicator. Now it does smell like paint. The minute you open it, it has a scent of paint. So it pretty much smells like this foundation. I don't know if you remember this, except this is a little bit more potent than this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on. And I'm just going to blend that out. So now we're going to go in with the Pure Bake Transparent Powder. Now the bad thing about this powder is that when you open it, it has this little guide to keep everything in there, and it doesn't have any holes in there. So you literally have to pull this whole thing, and let me tell you, it's a pain in the butt to pull off. And I'm actually missing a lot of it because when I pulled it out, a lot of the powder went flying around. So this just gets really messy, as you could see. Okay, so I'm going to get a damp beauty blender, and then I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit underneath. We're going to go into Isn't It Peachy? Now this does have 4 different colors, and I have this one right here that's kind of like a marbly color. And the nice thing about this is that you could actually pop these out and put them like in the Z palette. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and swatch some of these. So the first one we have here is Glimmer. It's like a really pretty marbly color with the pink and the peach. Does have a little bit of a shimmer to it. And then we have a Daydream. Then we have Hint. And the last one is Bloom. And then again, here are the colors of the palette, and here are the swatches. And sorry for the glare on my glasses. So what I like to do with this palette, I kind of mix them up because some of these colors are too light for me. So I just kind of play around with them, and then I go ahead and go into this color, kind of like a topper. of tone down the blush a little bit because it is really pigmented and I look like a Cupid doll. Okay, now we're gonna go into a Be in Love palette. Now these are the colors, they're beautiful, they're just really pretty neutral colors. It does have a nice big mirror, and again, you could pop these out and place them in a Z palette. You do have your mattes and your shimmers. So we're gonna swatch these. Okay, so the first one we have is Dreamer. Actually, I'm gonna do it on the other arm. So we have Dreamer. I'm gonna swatch it again. Then we have Beloved, Romeo, Treasure, Starry-Eyed, Adore, Report, sorry, I can't read, you know that. Report, which is a really pretty color. We have Bond, Soulmate, and Bow. And these are the swatches, and here are the colors. So we're gonna go ahead and do a really nice simple look with the Be in Love with palette. So this is the final look using the Be in Love with palette. It's just a really nice soft smoky look. And then for lips, I did use the new Revlon Ultra HD Vinyl Lip Polish. This is in the color Date Night, and this is a swatch of it. So now we're gonna go ahead and go into the second look. Okay, so now we're looking into a palette number 2. This is a Belle Jordan palette. It does have 16 colors. It's really nice packaging. It does have the huge mirror. These are the colors right here. You are going to get your shimmers and your mattes. And as you can see right here, some of these colors do have a little bit of golden flakes to them. Again, they have like these little guys right here where you could pop them off and put them in a Z palette. This is a really pretty palette. It has like gorgeous colors. It has your purples, it has your blacks, it has your, you know, kind of like your rusty warm colors. It has these really pretty transitional colors, and I just think this is like a gorgeous palette. So now we're going to get into some swatches. So the first one we have is Spotlight. Then we have Glow Baby. We have Pops, and this does have a little bit of those golden flecks to it. Bear. Sagittarius, which feels ridiculously creamy. Sassy, Hot Sauce, Queen, which again has like those little golden flakes. And this one actually feels a little bit on the gritty side. Let's watch it again. And then we have 1708, Mama's Girl, Magic, Go Cutie, Miami. I'm going to swatch that one again. We have a 13, AF, and then the last one we have Lola. And these are the swatches. And this is the palette. We're going to go ahead and go into look number 2. Final look that I created with this palette. I wanted to do something a little bit more dramatic than the first look. So I went ahead and used these cranberry colors in the inner corners of the eye. I went ahead and used this purple. I think it meshed really beautifully. And then on my lips, I went ahead and used the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. This is in the color Cherry, and I've really been loving these little bombs. I got it as a sample, went ahead and bought the bigger size, and these are absolutely beautiful. So now we're going to go ahead and go into my final thoughts. Okay, so before the final thought, I'm going to go ahead and spritz my face. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a beauty blender and just kind of press everything in to the skin. Okay, so my final thought, The spray, I'm not a huge fan of. I feel like it smells a little bit on the medical side, so I don't like it. I don't feel like it mattified or anything like that. I kept spraying it on myself when I was outside on my clients. I didn't really see a difference, so not a huge fan of this. The concealer, it says it is a long wearing concealer, but in reality, I feel like it just kind of fades throughout the day. So I had to kind of babysit it. When I was using it on some of my clients, I felt I had to go back in and go in with the Tarte Shape Tape because it just didn't cover enough. It's a little bit on the paint smell. Yeah, it smells like paint, definitely. But this is a swatch of it, so it's not as full coverage or anything like that I like it to be. It does fade, but when you set it with the powder, it actually is like a really nice dual together. This powder is actually really nice. It stays on a long time. It kind of blurs everything out, and it's just like a really light, fluffy powder. The only thing is the packaging is kind of like no bueno sucky kind of way, because it just is a big fat mess. Like if you don't put this on there, it just goes all over the place. I actually lost a ton of it because it started unscrewing itself. So as you can see, it's a mess. And then you have to be careful when you put this on, because when you try to pull it off, it kind of goes flying everywhere. So the packaging, I'm not a huge fan of at all, but the powder is actually kind of decent. I kind of like the powder. Now, as far as the blush goes, I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do. It's really pretty because the colors aren't like, oh my God, they're like the best colors ever, but they're not so bad. Like a couple colors I didn't really see too much, so I had to kind of like mix them up in order to see more of the color on my face, but they're really pretty. They blend out beautifully and they stay a really nice long time. So I like the blushes a lot. As far as this Be in Love With palette, the colors are amazing. Some of these colors, I don't know if you saw me blending it out, you do have to kind of work. You kind of have to like pat it and then go in and just kind of blend it out because they do get a little bit on the sheer side. This color right here, as pretty as it is, it does not stay on. So what happens is, because I used it a couple times when I was working, these shadows tend to like fade with time. So, and of course I work at, on the beach in Florida, it's really hot. So these actually faded. You're definitely gonna have to use some kind of primer with them because they will fade. Now this one right here, the color fades out and then you're stuck with a little bit of sparkly. Some of the eyeshadows do have sparkles in them, so those are going to fall out. So if you want to put a little bit of glitter glue on there, you're going to be wearing them on your face. This color right here blends out beautifully, but some of these colors, the more you mess with them, the sheerer they get. So you just have to pack them, but they're really, really pretty. It's not like a super highly pigmented. Well, I shouldn't say that because some colors are and some colors aren't. They're just hit and miss, but it's not like a line that I do not like. I think it's really cute. Anyway, that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again for my next one. Bye.